Hey Heartland family, Pastor Ethan here with another Walk the Path video from Sunday's message. This week, Jared Mall led us through 1 Corinthians chapter 6, talking of lawsuits among believers, sexual immorality in the church, and we spent a lot of time on this idea of lawsuits. And if we kind of take a step back from this particular things that were happening in 1 Corinthians, right, where there was probably defrauding happening, there may have been lawsuits between the family and the man who was sleeping with his stepmother. There could have been a lot of things happening that led to these lawsuits, right? But if we take a step back, what is Paul really concerned about? He's concerned about unity within the church, right? He's concerned about these divisions that are happening in the church. They're driving people apart, and also people are forgetting what it is to be like Christ. Christ was cheated, Christ was wronged, and he forgave, right? And so that's a big part of our message. But I think one of the cruxes of what he said is, but instead one brother takes another to court, and this in front of unbelievers, right? There are often times that Christians, we take our ick in front, and we put it in front of unbelievers. And I would encourage you that we do this in many ways, and one of the ways we do it is in social media. How many of us are engaged and have been engaged in arguments on social media where it's this big, bitter back and forth between believers, right? And all that says to the world is that the church isn't unified, Christ isn't unified, and that there's bitterness and striving in the church. And so it's a really bad look for the church. And so I'd encourage you, if that's something you engage in, maybe think about it. Are you doing this in front of unbelievers? It's different to have a private chat and a disagreement, but when we're doing these things where it's visible by all, it shows that we aren't unified and that there's bickering, and it's not good. Paul was indignant because they not only were ununified, but they were ununified in front of the whole world, and we can't be. And we need to do our best to humble ourselves to each other and to love one another as Christ loved us. With that, we love you guys. Look forward to this upcoming week. We're going to go over 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And thanks for listening. We'll see you Sunday.